walking tour here in Boston, Massachusetts. And I have a group with me. Let me show you. This is our group. Yeah. So check us out. Check us out. Welcome in, welcome in. We are with Diamond Tours, as you can see, Diamond Tours.
Is the last one? Yep.
Hello, hello. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for viewing.
Uphill exercise. I guess because look, look, it better be interesting. Hill.
Welcome in. Join us, join us. Currently on Smith's Way. I see one viewing. Thank you for viewing. I'm doing a walking tour today, you guys. We are at the Museum of Afro-American History. Welcome in. As you join, just double tap your screen to like the live. We have a tour guide with us. Yeah, we sure do. Hello, Sydney. Hi, how are you? Welcome in. Double tap your screen as you join.
He was a slave and raised the money to have this built. So it's the oldest standing African American meeting house in the United States. So
I see 8 people viewing. Double tap your screen to like the live.
It was a synagogue before it was after it became the meeting house.
Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining.
So the rest of the group is coming, but this is the black community here from for about 90 years, and then in the 1930s they moved to Roxbury. You heard Roxbury,
I've heard of
right? That is the part of African American Boston is Roxbury, but this was here originally. And these they built right here. These are the homes, the only wooden homes on Beacon Hill.
People live here?
We're looking at the oldest
Sydney, double tap your screen as you join.
Was a slave, brought over, and he freed himself.
Thank
came
you.
to Boston and had this built in 1806. 1806, so it is the oldest. And this is the neighborhood here, the African neighborhood, and that was their school. They built a school here. And you're going to hear about that on your tour, so I'm not going to give you information.
Roxanne, hi, hi. How are you?
I'm going to be back
Double tap
here
your
after
screen
I
as
get
you
the
join.
bus. So I'll lead you to the back to the bus. So we'll be here. You have a 2 o'clock appointment, and we're here at 1:56. So I'm always on time. I don't know, it scares me sometimes, but so let's say 45 minutes. I'll be back here at 2:45 if you're ready to go. So we'll just say 45 minutes here, and we'll see if you're ready. All right?
Double tap your screen as you join, you guys. Thank you for 10 people viewing.
So
I appreciate you coming in. Hi, Roxanne. Welcome in. Welcome in. I am doing good. I'm here in Boston. We are doing the whole Boston tour. Yeah, we're doing a whole. It has so much history. I didn't know Boston was the first state, was the first city in Massachusetts to have the first slave ship, and they were the first, one of the first to abolish it as well. So, thing.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of history and a lot of things to learn here. Welcome in, welcome in. I wish I could pronounce your name. Thank you for joining. Double tap your screen as you join. Yes, I'm here at the Museum of African American History in Boston.
No, I don't want to be there. How did you do it?
I'm going live.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
Show me what I got.
Welcome in, Roxanne. Wow, first slave ship. Yes. Didn't know that until today.
You're gonna show me how to do it, right?
Yep.
Okay, we can move in a little, folks. Yep. So
Ooh, I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Get to the exhibits.
yeah,
down
you
the
can
hall,
move over
make
this
a
way,
right.
folks. Perfect. Thank you. Hi.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm Steve. I remember. I forgot your name, sir.
Selby.
Sullivan from Suffolk
Yes.
University. This is our 2 o'clock tour.
Oh, it's cool in here.
Yeah. Yep.
Where are you from?
Everybody in this group, you guys on this way. I'm gonna check something on the computer real quick, and then I'll give you guys the rundown of how it's gonna go.
Okay. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining my live. I am here in Boston. We're doing a walking tour.
Listen to me, because I'm gonna give the whole spiel of details as well, so.
Okay.
All right, hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Good morning.
Presentation starting.
All right. How's everybody doing? Doing all right? A little hot out. Loud in the AC. I'm going to explain how the tour is going to work for you guys today. So it's 2 o'clock now. So for the next 30 minutes, you guys have free reign of the building we're currently in. This is the Abel Smith School. The exhibits are on the 2 floors above us. We're going to go down this hall behind you, make a right at the exit sign, and go up the stairs. At 2:30, you'll meet me back down here in the lobby with the rest of the group today. I'll take everyone over into the African Meeting House to get a history talk upstairs in the sanctuary. That'll take about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how many questions we have. And that'll be your tour here at the Museum of African American History. So if you have any questions before we start the guided portion, I'm not leaving this desk, but just remember to meet back down at 2:30. You have 2 restrooms along the right side wall here. There's single-person restrooms. We also have some water in the back corner as well. Once again, if you have any questions, my name is Selvin, and I'll be here at the desk.
So we have to go down here and go upstairs.
You're gonna go down straight, make a right, and go exit side. Go up and stairs.
Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining my live. I am doing the African American History in Boston walking tour.
Stairs for you,
A
girl.
lot of history to learn here in Boston. As you join, double tap your screen to like the live. That's what they're gonna do. Yes, Roxanne. You know it. You know it. Radical abolition, the struggle of slavery. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. It's I did this one in DC before, and oh my God, so much learning, so much history, Roxanne. Because I'm not originally from the United States, so it's good to know the history, of America. Yeah, and how they've treated us and how we're still being treated. So yeah, welcome in.
Oh, wait. I want to go live. I need to go live. Oh.
Welcome in, everyone. Oh, Joshua, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I'm hanging. That's where I want to go, DC. Yes, Roxanne. When I went there, I almost broke down in tears to see the Till one. The whole. You need to see that one. I mean, wow. Hi, Joshua. Thank you for joining. Hi, Roxanne. It's so sad, and I'm still going on. Yes. Joshua Gabriel is saying hit thumbs up. Yes, please, guys, hit the thumbs up as you join. Double tap the screen and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I'm giving you history here today in Boston. Can anybody guess who this is? Guess who this person is, you guys? Roxanne is saying hey to Joshua. How are you doing? Joshua is saying I'm great, Roxanne. And you? Roxanne is saying I'm doing great. I'll be grilling later on some chicken, hot dogs, and shrimp. Woo! Yay, Joshua got it. Frederick Douglass. Yep, that's the African American man. Yep. Frederick Douglass is considered one of the most famous and influential African Americans in the 19th century. He began his international speaking career as a lecturer for Massachusetts Anti-Slavery Society. He was a frequent speaker at the African Meeting House in Boston, a city he viewed as the place where the most intelligent discourse on the issue of slavery could be heard. Yes, Joshua said he was close. That's funny. Double tap your screen, you guys, as you join. And remember to subscribe. This is some good stuff right here today. We're in Boston. We're learning our history. My mom, my nephew, and a friend of mine are here today. And we're just enjoying this amazing worth of knowledge, you know. Yes. Jolisa, hi, welcome in. Thank you for joining my live. Yeah, I'm here in Boston, Jolisa. Double tap your screen as you join. I am here in the history, the most historical state, I think, because, well, I mean, compared to DC, but Massachusetts is way more historical because I think it was the first state to have the slave ships here in the United States, and I didn't know that until today. They were the first ones to implement slavery into law. I was like, what? The first state. Double tap your screen as you join. I'm dropping some gems here. I don't know if, for most of my Jamaicans who came up when they were older and they don't know a lot of history. Right now you're looking at Frederick Douglass. He's an African American from the 19th century. He was a lecturer actually in Massachusetts. So yeah. But as I was saying, I didn't know Boston here in Boston is a city, Massachusetts is a state, and it was said to have the first slave ship here. So I was like, whoa. And they made slavery into law here in Massachusetts first. So I thought it was the South. But no, it's not. So welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. And here we are looking at, this one? Hayden. Lord Hayden. As you join, guys, remember to double tap your screen. I am doing great, Jolisa. Happy Sunday. I've been here in Boston since Saturday morning, and I'm leaving Monday. It's been a lot of history and learning and just, yeah. I learned about the Colonials, the Minutemens, the Boston Tea Party, the Boston Massacre. Like, it goes on and on and on. So right now we're in the African American Museum. Yeah. So we're on a bus tour. So the bus tour is, let me switch the camera. Diamonds bus tour. Hey. This is a discourse African meeting house. So I guess the African Americans met here, and the abolition of African American slavery. Wow. The handwriting was so good. Wow. Yep, was this the first ship here? Let me see. Oh, look. This was actually how they brought them here. The first slave ship. Look how they pile them on there. Oh my God.
I've been stayed for 25 years. I've been there for 25 years. Like, long time.
I'm so sorry.
And they say the longer you wear it, it gets darker.
Yes, dark. Yeah.
You see that, guys? Oh. 1638. Wow. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining me here today. Today I'm in Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, we took a bus tour down here to learn about all the history that Boston has. So yeah, thank you for joining. Radical abolition, the struggle to end slavery. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining my live. As you join, double tap your screen to like the live.
Stop. Just calm down. Calm down. So we'll call this.
Oh yeah, it's still a struggle. Absolutely. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. What does it say? Oh. Aim your mind against any temptation. Oh, wow. And this one says, Is that a B? Contentment is now in the. They want to. Hi, Quentin. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. As you join, double tap your screen to like the live. Better have no company than bad company. Isn't that the truth? This right here is amazing. Hi, Stacy. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Double tap the screen as you join. Appreciate your support. Better have no company than bad company. I love it. Love to see it. That's a good one. All right, here we see Mining Mental Matters. I guess these are little snippets of, I see Frederick Douglass again here. Salma. The evolution of black expression. Word. Okay, so what we looked at just now is the evolution of black expression by Lakia. This framed collage contains 28 photos representing black moments and literary work between the 18th and the 21st century. Wow. That's amazing. Okay, and then up here he said mining. Oh, so these are artwork done by people. Oh, wow. So Stacy, this is the African American History Museum here in Boston. Yeah. And these are some artworks done by, I guess, African Americans who, Alana Laforest, and you have Power in the Paintbrush. Oh. Wow. Thank you, Roxanne. Appreciate you. Bye. Thank you for all this coming and supporting. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. This one is called Power in the Rhythm. Yeah, I love museums as well, Stacy. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining. And this one is called Why Me? Aww. Why me confused mommy, MJ. A young girl looks at her mom being racially profiled by an officer who is supposed to be helping her. She witnessed her mother being held to the ground with her hands behind her back and the white officer holding his knees to his mom's back. And she wants to know why. That's a tough one. And this one here is called Black Art and Culture as Seen Through the Lenses. Yes, Stacy, please check out Roxanne is Rocking. She has a nice channel. She needs a lot of WHs. So please run and check her out. Why that painting look like Dora crying? Stacy, not true. That's funny. You are funny. Not the Dora. Not the Dora. And this one is called The Impact of COVID on POC Communities, Trust in the Medical System. All right, let's read it. COVID hit me and my family really hard. It was a struggle for us to get resources that we needed. At one point, we couldn't even get food or things like toilet paper because all the stores nearby were all out. We don't have health insurance, so I was oh, this is tough. I'm gonna have to read this afterwards. Somebody snap a picture of this. Let's see if I could do it. Welcome in, Alex. Thank you for joining my live. Thank you for joining. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Quickly go see. Welcome in, Alex. It's very tiny. Very small.
Yes, too.
This is cup.
Yeah, water. Every floor, you need about 2 hours. Wow.
Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining. As you join, double tap the screen to like the live.
I would love to
we leave, because I'm the only person on staff today. So if you need to leave anything here, no one can come in unless they work at the museum, and that's only me. So this building is completely locked. So when we leave, if there's anything you want to come with you on the tours, bring it with you, because you won't be able to get back in without me. We're gonna head over to the side of the meeting house and head directly upstairs into the sanctuary. You guys will sit down in the pews when we go inside, just because it'll make it a little bit easier for me. I can see everybody sitting down. Is there anyone who cannot climb up a flight of stairs and needs an elevator? We do have an elevator in the meeting house. I just want to make sure those people are taken care of.
It's very high.
You can take the elevator? Alright. Alright.
And then, where's
All
the...
right, so we have the one flight of stairs
Oh,
to
her.
go back up to the main level, and then those are the only stairs you have to take. We have an elevator that can go take you through the meeting house up to the second floor. Yes, we do. But there's currently a program going on downstairs where the restrooms are, so I prefer everyone to use the restroom here before we head on over. Lots of stuff happening at the museum today, as you guys can tell. We do not have calm Sundays here. But does anyone have any questions on anything I said so far? No. Thank you. All right.
Yeah,
Still have a
you
couple
said
people in the
Sunday.
restroom?
Yes, sir.
You said we don't have a calm Sunday.
Same.
Calm.
Making me feel old.
What it felt like.
No, I understand. That's respect. That's respect.
Welcome in. Thank you for joining the live.
All right. I'm going to lead everyone over. I'll come back to whoever's left in the restroom if you guys want to follow me.
No, sorry. You don't push me along, is it? On a day like this, the heat, it feels like summer. Welcome in. Thank you for joining my live. As you join, remember to double tap the screen to like the live. Yeah. We are heading to the meeting house now, you guys.
Yeah, you make a right out of the steps. There you go. Welcome.
On a day like this, the heat. Sorry. Woo. How many flights? Oh. I said maybe I should have taken that. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. Maybe. Ooh, the pews. Wow. No. No, I never do. So let me go over here. Let me go where I would usually go. No, you know why? Because I didn't want it to be, people to be in the actual view.
This is on TV. Yep, you just lost right.
Mm-hmm. Tiny little church. It's cute. Well, they call it the meeting hall, not a church.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a meeting hall.
This is the
African American meeting hall. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you for joining the live. As you join, Please subscribe, double tap. Then put it on back view, you know. So this where they had their meetings and their spoke about all the things that. Ooh.
Everybody all good? We made it up?
Yeah.
I want to jump down the stairs.
Oh, look.
Okay, so welcome into the African Meeting House, everybody. Let me pause on it. For those who don't know my name is Selva Backer. I work as education specialist here at the museum. I recognize we've had a lot of people come in and out before we came into this building. I know you guys had time with our exhibits on the first and second floor in the Abel Smith School. Do you guys have any questions from what you guys saw there? Any kind of pressing questions you want to get off before I start talking?
You said your name so fast I didn't hear what you said.
Selvin Backert.
Selvin Backer.
Selvin who?
Backert.
Backer.
B-A-C-K-E-R-T. Yes.
Look at both locks.
Habit of mispronouncing my last name. They like to remove the R as a dat. The imposing stone? Yes. Yeah. So it's called the imposing stone. So it's what they use in the Liberator to actually press the newspaper and put the actual ink onto the paper. So that's an artifact from the actual newspaper itself. Yeah, it's not like a literal stone, it's just a name for the actual object. Any other questions? Well, if you have anyone talking, just raise your hand. I'll be happy to answer them. But welcome into the African Meeting House, everybody. We're currently upstairs in the sanctuary. This building was used as a house of worship as well as a community meeting place for the free black community here along the northern slope of Beacon Hill. Beacon Hill, specifically the northern slope, was a predominantly black community during the 1800s. That's the time period we're going to be talking about. So 1800s leading up to the Civil War and even after the Civil War. Yes, so leading up, going up the hill this way, all black. And then going down the hill towards Boston Common, that was a predominantly white portion of the neighborhood. But that was a smaller section of Beacon Hill. So all these houses were here? So some of them are newer builds because Beacon Hill's always been a residential community. So some of these have popped up during the 1900s. But a lot of these places, a lot of these homes were here when the black community was here. So do you know what the level of So there were a variety of things. So when the black community first started here on the northern slope of Beacon Hill, a lot of people worked jobs along the waterline. Whether working as mariners, people working to actually fix the ships, sails, ropes. That's how a lot of black people in this community started to build up their income. As they were able to build up the amount of capital they had, they were able to start opening their own businesses. So we had people who had their own used clothing stores, grocery shops, barbers. All of them lived and opened up businesses here along the northern slope. And one of the amazing things about the black community here on the northern slope of Beacon Hill was how well they looked out after each other. They recognized, even though we're in the north, and even though slavery was outlawed in Massachusetts by the 1790s, they recognized that they didn't look after themselves, no one else would. And they had what was called the African Society. It was a mutual aid fund where they would pile what money they could into it, and that could either be taken by members of the community as they fell on hard times financially, or it could be used to go towards larger community projects. And the first large community project that the African Society and that fund was used for was the building you guys are sitting in right now. So the African Meeting House became the home of the African Baptist Church.
Oh, I was just going to ask that question. Because you said it became the house of the church, so this was also they were Baptist.
Yes. The African Baptist Church was started by Reverend Thomas Paul, bless you, as a community congregation. They met in different people's homes. They petitioned the city of Boston to have land granted towards them for the actual construction of a church building. But the money that was used for the actual construction of the building was fundraised by the black community. They didn't get any help from anyone else.
And who designed the building?
That was done by white architects. We don't actually have their exact names of the architects of the building. But all the physical construction of the building was done by members of the black community as well, who were compensated for their work. One, that's important to have black people during that time period being paid for the labor they're doing, but it's also pretty powerful to have the people who are going to be using this building for generations upon generations being the ones to actually put this building together with their hands. Not to mention, they did a pretty good job because we're the oldest still standing African American church building in the entire nation. So that's what you guys are sitting in right now.
The street as you walk in, I noticed this also. That was designed like that. It's
The stone along this side of the wall when you came down the road. Oh, off of like coming off of George Street to Smith Court, this alley here.
Yeah.
So are you talking about the sign or like the actual stone that the building was built on?
No, the actual stone color.
So the stone that was probably part of the original language. So this building came first, built in 1806.
Too much knowledge, Ali Kerry.
So this building was built in 1806. That's when this community really started to come together and take off. Upstairs, as you guys can imagine, this is where worship service was held. But downstairs, we're going to kind of breeze past on our way up. That was used for a lot of more community gatherings. Whether it's something as simple as refreshments and fellowship after service, to larger community organizations meeting there. And before we get the building that you guys were just in, the Abel Smith School, there was actually a community-led school held on the bottom floor of the African Meeting House. So the building you guys were just in, the Abel Smith School, that is the first public school building for African American children built here in the city of Boston. That was built in 1835. So before that building existed, black children didn't have access to a public school education here within the city. So the community took the children's education into their own hands by starting the African school, which was moved into the bottom floor right below us here in the Meeting House in 1808, and continued all the way up until 1835 when we get the construction of the Abel Smith School.
I have a question for you again.
Yes.
Was it just privileged black kids or just all black?
So it was a public school, so it was for all black kids. It was public, it was funded by the city of Boston, but it was a segregated school, so it was only black children going to the Abel Smith School. Yes. So the question she asked was the age range of the people in the school, correct? So the schoolhouse would have served children from around early elementary, so about 5 to 6 years old, up until about early high school, about 14 and 15. So it would have been co-ed. It would have been going on through all 3 floors, so all 3 floors that you guys walked to would have had classrooms. And then I believe it went youngest at the bottom to oldest students at the top. And the Abel Smith School was open from 1835 until 1855. Any other questions for us?
How many of the furnitures and everything are like original? What are original?
So in the Smith School, the structure of the building's original. We've added a lot more to it for the purposes of the museum. Thank God for central heating and AC. Because some historic buildings don't have that. They don't have the first experience. But a lot of the stuff in there has just been replaced just to make it for the museum's purposes. But the actual structures and openness of the actual schoolhouse building, our rooms, that's original. Here, we have a lot more of the original aspects here. So we've always had the U-shaped balcony up top, stairs leading from Smith Court. It's on the bottom floor coming in from Smith Court, leading up here into the first floor of the sanctuary as well as into the balcony. You guys are walking on the original floorboards here inside the African Meeting House.
Wow.
Same original floorboards leading up to the pulpit right here. Just the actual podium is a replica, and same with all the light fixtures here inside of the Meeting House. Yes.
So it was not that for you, you said it's from 5 to 8, like, when did those kids after 8, 14, or 15? But then they open on higher education?
They
worked?
They were. Yes. So most students, their last stop of schooling was the Able Smith School, and then went to earning money. And some students actually got pulled out of school earlier depending on their families' needs.
Wow.
So, I know you mentioned all of the infrastructure.
Oh, you told me what was.
The restoration
Finish.
project of this building was done around 2010, 2011, and that's the coat of paint you see on there. But great segue. For those who can look down the middle aisle, that framed piece along the wall, straight down the middle. In the frame, those are the original layers of paint and brick, all the way down to that original exterior brick that you see on the outside. So you guys can see the original layers underneath our most recent restoration project done here in the African Meeting House.
So that piece of art is part of the original.
Yeah, so that's literally just what's underneath the yellow walls you see here. And there's one thing I would like to talk about. As I mentioned downstairs, we had a lot of other organizations meeting down there. Boston and this community specifically was a hub for the abolitionist movement. And downstairs we had a lot of these other larger abolitionist groups meeting, whether it's the Massachusetts General Colored Association, one of the first black abolitionist groups here within the city of Boston, as well as the New England Anti-Slavery Society, was literally written into existence and signed into existence downstairs in the bottom floor of the African Meeting House. Also, when we fast forward a bit to the Civil War, has anyone here seen the movie Glory with Morgan Freeman and Denzel?
Yes.
The Massachusetts 54th Regiment, that was made up of members of this community as well. Frederick Douglass' son actually signed up and volunteered to be a part of the Massachusetts 54th. And guess where you went to go volunteer for that regiment and sign up?
Good afternoon and welcome in. Thank you for joining me.
Right downstairs into the bottom floor of the
I'm here in
African Meeting House.
Boston.
That is where black men came from across the city, state, and the general New England area to come sign up and fight for the Union for the very first time. That happened here in the Meeting House as well. Yes? So that is the one thing we don't do in this space anymore. We don't hold any more religious services. That's why there's no cross behind me or any kind of religious iconography anywhere within the space.
So, just so you know, since you mentioned Denzel, our church is from Mount Vernon, where Denzel is from.
He is? Oh, I know. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining. Double tap the screen as you join. Yeah.
So there's a specific reason why the Able goes down. To tell you that, I have to backtrack a little bit. As we get into the 1840s, parents in this community start to notice some problems with the Able Smith School. Lack of proper treatment of students, lack of proper materials, lack of upkeep of the building. So because of this, they actually begin to boycott the Able Smith School. They start to take their students out of the public school and restart the African school in the bottom floor of the Meeting House. Enrollment at the beginning of that decade was around 250 students. By the time we get to 1849, we're down to 51 enrolled at the Able Smith School. And this boycott starts a larger conversation about school desegregation here within the city of Boston. And the leader of this conversation was a man by the name of William Cooper Nell. William Cooper Nell. William Cooper Nell was a black man born and raised here in this community, went to school right underneath us in the bottom floor of the African Meeting House, excelled in his studies, and became a very prominent abolitionist speaker and writer here within the city of Boston. You guys actually passed where he used to live without even knowing it on your way in, unless you read the sign. That yellow house on Smith Court, right across from both buildings, that's where William Cooper Nell used to live at one point in this community. But he became the leader of this fight for integration here within the Boston public school system at the beginning of the 1850s. He saw what was happening in the Able Smith School, sees the boycott that this community is doing, and for him the best solution is the integration of the entire school system. Now, there was a lot of pushback in this community when it came to the idea of integration. Let's remember, they had just gotten the Able Smith School 15 years prior. First access to public school education, and now this man comes in talking about wanting to integrate the entire public school system. Not to mention, parents are understandably worried about sending their children into all-white schools and all-white neighborhoods and putting their children in possible verbal or possible or physical abuse. All of these conversation debates happened here in the African Meeting House, most likely on the bottom floor. But eventually the side of school desegregation did win out, and there was legislation passed in 1855 to desegregate the Boston public school system, which led to the closure of the Abel Smith School as a segregated school. The Phillips School, also along the Black Carter's Trail, for anyone who did that trail, became one of the first integrated public schools that Black children in this neighborhood went to. That is what led to the Abel Smith School closing in 1850. Some people just got snapped awake. But one of the things I want you guys to think about is because when most of us think about school desegregation here in the United States history, most of our minds go immediately to Brown versus Board of Education in 1954.
That's a famous one.
Yes, but due to the work of this community and the advocacy they had, they were able to get legislature passed all the way in 1855, 99 years prior to that famous Supreme Court decision. Now, if you know,
I'm so sorry to cut you off. So when Brown versus Edgewood, whatever came about, did it use that history or?
so there are a lot of different court cases here within the state of Massachusetts that got referenced actually in that case. But if you know anything, I don't know how many people are around from the Boston area, but if you've heard of the Boston busing crisis in the 1970s, Boston's fight for school desegregation did not end when we had that legislature passed in 1855. It was just beginning. But they were able to start that process, and even though there was a lot more work that had to be done, it was started here within the African Meeting House in this community along with Working Slow. And that's one of the themes about a lot of the abolitionists and figures that we talk about here, is they really were ahead of their time in a lot of the ideas that they talked about. Another one of the abolitionist speakers that spoke here was Mariah Stewart. Mariah Stewart wasn't born and raised in Boston. Calling them out in their speeches for not doing enough when talking about the rights of Black women. Specifically, and the audience is asked, where are leaders of the future? Where are Black men that are going to lead us to better times and lead us to this day of that? The same message regardless of where she went even after she did leave Boston. Mariah Stewart. She was already in the United States. She didn't immigrate to the United States. She just came into Boston. It's a poor choice of words. Yes, sorry, any questions? Lost my train of thought. All right, I will say one thing.
You were saying she left Boston,
Yes.
took her speeches wherever she went.
Yeah, and she continued to be an abolitionist speaker in other cities in the United States. But I will leave you guys with this one thing so I can let everyone explore and take photos here in the meeting house. But the fact that we get to have both of these original buildings here in Boston is very special. The majority of African American history institutions, I'm not dissing them in any capacity, are built to tell the stories and built to tell the history. They aren't the exact same buildings where that history happened. So the fact that you guys get to walk through the Abel Smith School and walk through the same floor where people are getting a public school education for the first time in their family's history. You guys, well not today, but you walk downstairs and walk through the same room where people were signing up to go fight for the Union in the Civil War. You guys can sit in some of the exact same seats where people listen to sermons every single Sunday. You can literally stand at the exact same place where people like William Cooper Nell, Frederick Douglass, Mariah Stewart stood here in the African Meeting House and delivered these powerful speeches of abolition and freedom. So the fact that we get to be here within these spaces, walk in the original floorboards, walk through the same streets that these Black community did, is really special. I like to end my tours with that, just to one, remind people about how special the place is, and to remind people to respect it as well. But with that, if I have more questions, I'll go here first. So the museum got the meeting house in the 1960s and opened our doors for the first time in 1972. And then the Abel Smith School came a little bit later because once we got it from the city. And then we've been here ever since. Obviously, we've made a lot of improvements over the past couple decades to get to where we are. So this building we're in is a National Historic Landmark. So that's gone through United States Congress, House of Representatives, everything to become a National Historic Landmark. Abel Smith School is a National Historic Landmark, but it's definitely at least a city and probably a state as well. So both are protected buildings.
Were there ever concern for all the folks that would come here and meet and speak and whatever? Were there ever concern for their lives? Were there ever times that they had to fear this? It would be a topic.
The Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. So for those who don't know, the Fugitive Slave Act was passed by the United States, which basically allowed for black people to be legally grabbed and taken and put back into slavery down south. But they're not exactly checking papers, they're not exactly checking documentation, and there's stories that people have seen in the movie 12 Years a Slave where people who had never known slavery down south, who had been enslaved, were grabbed from up north and brought down south into slavery. So nobody was really safe. If you had enough melanin, it was dangerous having it.
If you had enough melanin, not that
They created vigilance committees where they would
Right.
actually look out and let people know when
You would have
slavery
worked
was in
at
the area.
inside
People
of
left
that house.
Boston and went farther north. You had houses that were stops in the Underground Railroad where they hid people who were emancipating themselves. This would be continue all the way up to upstate New York and Canada. So very general answer, but there were plenty of times when people worried for their lives, but this community was very good at organizing themselves and working to protect each other, to make sure that everybody was safe and most importantly, free. With that, I will let you guys explore the space. A couple ground rules. Yes, you can take photos. No, please don't use the flash. Yes, you can go up into the balcony. Please use the stairs over here. Yes, you can stand up there. I also know on Sunday, if you have a sermon, go right ahead. Out of the way of everybody's photos over here in the corner. If anyone has any more questions they'd like to ask me individually.
I'm gonna
With
preach.
that, thank you guys
Go
for being
ahead.
on
No,
the
I need you to
Thank you
preach.
for coming.
Woo! Thank you. Take a picture. Take a picture. She wanted a picture, and send it to her. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. A little louder. For the people in the back. A little louder for the people in the back.
That's the original.
Oh, this is what I wanted to see. I thought it was something I'm looking at up there.
It's the actual
Oh
original.
my goodness. I'm
Do you
so
remember
sorry.
where he said we should go upstairs?
Oh, to use the other one over there.
Over there.
Yes,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You did say to use that one, yeah.
The actual wall.
So this is the actual wall from before. Oh my goodness. Amazing.
Before they paid.
Yes.
So they left this one.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, okay, so
This is amazing.
let's back down.
Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm here in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm at the African American Museum here in Boston, and we are here in this. It's a meeting hall / church. So yeah. Blessings, Bess. Thank you for joining. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for the support.
No, that was.
On a day like this, the heat, it feels like summer. I'm heading up to the balcony area. Is this shall all come someday. Jean, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining my live. Welcome in, everyone. Yes, I did. Yes, you go up and around. I'm heading downstairs. Oh. Welcome in. You sure? Oh, yeah. Hi. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining my live. As you join, remember to subscribe. Double tap your screen to like the live. Yeah. I'm here at the Museum of African American History here in Boston. Giving you guys some history today. Yeah.
Slave owners come up here and catch them and bring them to a federal commissioner. So bypassing the state courts, and they could send them back. So, okay. We'll
That's
wait.
all right.
I just wanted to. So
Oh,
that's the escape route
wow. That's a long way.
to the right.
Whoa.
All the way.
So it ends up on another street. But this is it. So that's right. So they come out of the church, go up this way and scatter. Or they would go down here. This is the extension, right? See, there's another wooden house down there. So one way or the other, they're out of here. And the slave owners, so the bounty hunters, they're at the end of the street waiting for them to.
Because they're not aware of this.
They're not aware of this, right? Because they don't know.
Later on, the
Wow.
It comes out.
So they would try to
into a
escape
house.
through
It's a
here,
door.
yeah.
the slaves.
So, I mean, we can walk up it. I don't know if everyone can make the.
Can I
All
walk?
right, but
Where?
that-
All the way up here?
yeah. You want to go up?
Yeah.
We'll
I'm
wait
gonna
for
go
you.
up.
Come back down. Go ahead.
Josiah, come. All right, go and come.
All right, come back. Once you come out on the other street. So there he goes.
No, come
He's
back.
escaping.
No.
There he goes.
No, come back. Come, turn back now.
So
He's not there.
he'll take a right and then he'll come back. Watch.
Oh, there's a right?
Yeah. He saw it, so he sees it. Yeah. So
Be careful.
So you
Don't
go up
slip.
and then take a right onto the next street. So
Not that he's escaping, bro.
Oh, where's he going?
What?
That's when they escape.
Yeah.
Well, so they went down there.
Try to escape, run out of the school, and run over there.
Wait,
But they will
where?
try to
From
grab
the-
you.
From the house?
Mm-hmm. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining my live. You are getting history today. History today. You're joined the history class today. You have joined the history class today. We are at the Museum of African American History, and you're getting a full walking tour, museum tour today in Boston. Can't get any better than that, right? In the streets on a day like this, the heat, it feels like summer. Boston is beautiful. Boston is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Welcome in, everyone. Double tap your screen to like the live. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button for more. I go live Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. So yeah, if you've joined me on any of those lives, congratulations. Yeah. Happy Sunday, and how are you guys doing? I am blessed. I'm out here in Boston enjoying this tour of Boston. Yeah. My first time to Boston. Now we're heading back to the bus, you guys. And that's where I will end my life.
said mother. Did you forget that one? Dukes.
Thank you guys for joining me today. Bye. Double tap the screen to like the live for 10 likes. Before I go, I'd like to see 10 people liking the live and 5 people subscribing today. 10 likes, 10 likes. Double tap your screen to like the live.